Southern California has a new modern home for NFL football, and it is this place, wondrous SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Miami Dolphins and the Los Angeles Chargers. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25.
On the ready.
Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Here we go.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. First carry for Raheem Mostert. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Tua. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That's good for 28 yards. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the... Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins will take over here just shy of the 30. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
Here's second and 10 now from the 29. Tua going to throw. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. DeAndre Carter back deep. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Pulled in at the 24. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
7 yards there and a first down.
The Chargers at 500 hit 6-6, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Here's Herbert. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Herbert now. He'll fire this one deep for Eckler. And got his man complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
Well, one way or the other, you knew they'd have to push the ball downfield on 3rd and long. But I'm not sure the defense was expecting to push it that far downfield. Their math didn't add up, but it certainly did for the offense.
First carry now for Isaiah Spiller.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 9-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And he's got it. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a sharp throw right there on 3rd down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
2nd down and goal. Herbert. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Melvin Ingram in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
When you're this close to the goal line, you've got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
Following the sack, they go from the 13 on 3rd and goal. Here's Herbert. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. I like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you.
They'll start on the ground with Mostert.
And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That 1st down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. On 2nd and 9, Tua. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. And all the way to the 25 before he's hit and dropped. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a 1st down. We're scoreless after 1.
That's the end of the 1st quarter with no score.
It's Dolphins football here as we begin the 2nd quarter. As they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Ready, play.
A run with Mostert up the middle. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From the 27, Tua.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Now a give running left is Eckler.
Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
That one good for 13 and a Charger 1st. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
1st and 10 at the 30.
Now it's Herbert. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end Everett. No gain on the play. And that will bring up second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Looking to throw again on second down. Herbert. A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And he will not get what he needed as he stops short of the first down at around the 22. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll be fourth down.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it. But it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop him before he could get to the marker.
Here we go on fourth. Herbert. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The fourth down play doesn't work for the Chargers, and the Dolphins defense is able to hold. So the defense asked to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
But these are the situations that really test a defense, those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick, if indeed they end up trying one.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, after incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Herbert with a connection to Allen for a Charger first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Herbert off of play action. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there at 22.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Spiller. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
Isaiah Spiller, his third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
But this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Got it.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Tua. Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And if you want the final metric on his top speed, and trust me, you do, Next Gen Stats says he hit 22.4 miles an hour. The Charger drive about to get going. And they came into play here off 2 straight victories. They're back to 500 on the year. But, Charles, is this little mini run coming too late to salvage their season?
Well, they definitely dug themselves a hole that leaves them needing to play almost perfect football from here on out. But I do believe they think that they've got this thing turned around, and they are capable of doing exactly that.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert.
Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown.
Jalen Guyton.
His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Chargers have taken the lead.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time went well for a solid gain.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down.
Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Let's go now.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Looking to pass. Tua. And going deep for Hill. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 15 on the year and second of the game. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
And they'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. From the 27, Herbert. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
On 2nd down, and now the ball's out, fumble near midfield. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
Do you remember in preseason when we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines? You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there, big fumble. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Following the fumble recovery, here's Tua. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Chargers are going to have it here just past the 25.
Oh, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
The Charger drive about to get going. After the turnover, here's Herbert.
He'll get this out wide to Eckler.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
On first down, Justin Herbert. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
Herbert. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Now, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around.
7 yards there and a first down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. A nice, consistent game.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill. He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list.
And the Dolphins have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 21-14.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
And the Chargers first down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Here's Herbert. It's Williams on the catch. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 42-yard line.
5 yards remain on 2nd down.
Up the middle with Eckler.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43.
Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. Just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Draw play, it's Eckler. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Herbert now. Flush to his right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And that'll bring them back within 4.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. So already not the best to kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalposts. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, here comes Mostert. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run the draw with Mostert. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Once again, it's Mostert. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And some space here. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 43 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep. And he's going to take this one down to the 25.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Here's second and a yard. Edmonds running out of the shotgun. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the third quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, first and goal.
You have to ask the question, where was the help? Because it's a little surprising to me that he'd find that much room to run this close to the end zone. He doesn't quite get there, but he sets his guys up with a first and goal.
Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal. Now a run straight ahead with Edmonds. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That's a gain of 4 here in the fourth quarter, with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation. And taking care of the football, paramount, he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on, and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
And not only will he not get in, he's going to lose yardage. They stuff him back at the 4. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And the Chargers hold tight down near the goal line. The Charger drive about to get going. And can they take advantage? Their defense got the 4th down stop, and now they're hoping to find the end zone. A field goal wouldn't be enough to erase this fourth quarter deficit. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, Herbert. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Williams.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
3rd and 2, Herbert. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Running on first down, Eckler takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Herbert. And that one complete downfield to Allen. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far in this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 46. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
On 2nd and 10, the ball back with Herbert. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 35. The Chargers' passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Play action. It's Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. Down inside the 10. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Eckler will take this into the end zone for a Charger touchdown. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Ready, set.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. But they need their best drive of the game right here. Tua now on first down. And it's knocked away and incomplete. They were trying to erase that deficit in one play.
They certainly were, but how about the reaction time and the instincts back deep to force the incompletion? We might need to mark this one down. We may look back and say, that was a game-saving play.
To throw again on second down. Tua, and going deep for Hill. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Tua going to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Here comes Carter.
A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. Eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
So a change of possession here on the punt, and it'll be Dolphin football.
1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. They'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. 2nd down at 4. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Tua's throw is taken in by Waddle. And he'll be taken down with a 1st down as they get about 14 out of that one. And we go to the 2-minute warning.
1st down, Miami.
Ready. Green. Turn to me.
Running on 1st down with Gasket. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Here we go. Back.
Here's Tua. He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Tua. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
On 2nd down, this is Edmonds. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 56 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw here taken in by Gesicki.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up second down.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. It may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
Now a give to Edmonds. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Now Tua. Open man is Hill. He's got it. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Makes the score Dolphins 28, Chargers 24.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
At the 48-yard line.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Herbert going to throw. And oh, that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be second down.
Nearly an interception. If that one's picked off, it's over. So a new lease on life, so to speak.
A lot of times when you're in coverage, you're so focused on the man and the coverage that sometimes the ball, if it arrives, it surprises you. That may have happened to him in that situation.
Throwing, Herbert.
Flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since.
Herbert to throw.
And Allen's got it. Yeah, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Now you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Flush to his right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
One last throw here for Herbert. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. Well, Charles, I mean, when you look at the stat sheet, ultimately one thing sticks out like a sore thumb. One side lost this game because they turned the ball over 4 times, and that was just too much for them to overcome.
And that number might as well be in neon, because you're exactly right. It just jumps up from the stat sheet. Your eyes go right to it. And with that many turnovers, they really played themselves out of this game. 2